you gonna do when your circuit's being burned out? Staying in your lane, I'm a zombie, but I still try. I say, what you gonna do? What you gonna do right now? She thinks it's okay bringing guns to a fist fight.
je fais.